Hey guys, Heavy Arms 45 here. Now, I hope y'all like the little thing I did for y'all for Valentine's Day. I know it was late in the day, and if you know me, a lot of my videos are late in the day. I'm not a early morning kind of person. Well, I am an early bird, but I do my videos when I have time, which is in the afternoon. Uh, Talking about stuff that's dealing with Valentine's Day stuff, I figured I'd do another Honest Opinions. And this time, my honest opinion is on an anime I just watched recently called My First Girlfriend's a Gal. And to be honest with you, I don't know what a gal is supposed to be. Um, Because when I think of gal, I just think of it's another word for being a girl. And even, I about to say, using urban dictionary, that's the same thing. It's just another way to say girl. But in the context of this show, a gal, I guess, is like the way the person talks, like they're very hip and cool kind of thing for that time. Because I can't tell you what year is supposed to be in my first girlfriend's gal, but it's the anime is funny. Um, I like how like, and it kind of got me upset. I will say that like he literally the only reason that he got into a relationship with her was because kind of like with most guys, you know, when you're in high school and stuff like that, your friends kind of pushed you into it, and that's kind of what happened to him. It wasn't that he didn't like her; it was just that she was so, I guess you say, intimidating to her because she always was so serious. You know, she think, and it's probably also because I was watching and listening to the English dub. Um, she's like whatever kind of voice, and like I'm not gonna mess with you. So when you hear her talk, she had this, she had that, I guess you say, valley girl attitude where like, get away from me, I'm rich type thing. But when and really in the end, what his friends thought was that, hey, the reason that this is going to happen, I mean, that, you know, we're going to see you out there to do this is because the way she is, she's probably somebody who's really good at putting out. So they thought that they thought that she was fast. She was a thought. She was all these other things that you can think of. So they sent him out there, and to be honest with you, it's the whole idea of the show is um based off the view of, I guess you would say, a pervert. Cause like you see like his inner voice, you see the responsible side of him, and you see the nervous side of him, and then you see the horny side of him that looks like um some from Shimonetta, like fully black outfit, with what looks to be women's panties on his face, or his underwear, just, and it's just feeling like it's so restrained. It wants to. It's like, yes, yes, I want this, and you see like how his emotions go, and I do like that. Like you see, like, okay, the first two are trying to always keep the hormone him under control, but it doesn't really work always. So then the cool him that's like, hey, we know how to do this. We need to be cool about this, and we need to do this. And he's the true voice, the reason why, hey, what you're trying to do is not gonna be cool. We need to do this, and it usually works out for him. And I know I'm going around the point I was trying to say earlier. The point that I was trying to say earlier was, you know, kind of like everybody else in regular life, his friends kind of pushed him into talking to her, which actually was good for him because he, she was his first girlfriend, and she, for some strange reason, is crazy about him. Um, at the same time, he finds out that all these other people that he just thought were his friends, because they never showed any interest in him. But because now he has a girlfriend, they're starting like, hey, she's our love she's our love rival. We have to get her away from him, or we need to get him away from her. And in one case, there is one girl who's like, I need to get her away from him because he's not. I'm in love with her, and I don't want him to make her cry or ruin her happiness. And it's I like that dynamic of it. Like, it's all completely crazy. And to be very honest with you, a lot of it was took me back to how I felt about Oh My Goddess. Like, even though they're in a relationship, there's not a lot of actual affection between them. They want their like he wants there to be affection, but every time like his friends give it a suggestion, because they're perverts, and he's somewhat of a pervert too. Like, I can't say he's a pervert too. All three of them are pervert, and one should just burn in hell. I'm just be perfectly honest with you, because he's already showing signs of being a pedophile, and even his friends make fun of him for being somewhat of a pedophile. And okay, all of a sudden, the Christian in me came out, and I'm like, okay, you should love the person, hate the sin. The sin that that boy keeps talking about, because he is in high school, cool. But the girls that he wants to talk to has to be somewhere around kindergarten to probably fourth grade. Hence, if I was a father and I saw him around my child, I would shoot him dead in the forehead. Let me just put that. Um, yeah, that I disagree with his character, and you can see other characters didn't agree with his character, but two, the other three were cool for the most part. They were regular perverts, but like, I've never seen a pervert so. I haven't seen open perverts like that since High School DxD, and that's probably where I'm kind of confused at, because half the show, like I said, reminds me of Oh My God, because in the end, I didn't really worry about if they were going to have sex. I just wanted them to get a kiss. I mean, like, I'm watching, I want to say 13 episodes, yeah, about 10 to 13 episodes of this show, and I'm like, they haven't even kissed. I'm like, that's all. I didn't care about if he was no longer a virgin, and I was just worried about if him and her were actually going to kiss. That's all I wanted. And that's what I waited for the whole show. Are they going to kiss? Are they going to kiss? I'm like, I don't even like, after all the stuff that was going on with his friends trying to get laid and stuff like that, it kind of made me like, okay, they have a nice little relationship. Let them just kiss. Like, there was one time he tried to kiss her, and it was like their first date, and the cool him inside his head told him, yeah, this is definitely what we do. This is karaoke. We're supposed to, she wants a kiss. While the hormone monster in him is like, do her now, do her now. Like, it's the hormone monster in him is just really hyped up, like you would think it would be. But what I liked about it, though, like I said, with that you had the Oh My Gosh, but then you have his perverted friends, which literally do remind me of the friends in High School DxD, because the character's first friends when you first meet him in High School DxD are perverts. Like, when they're sitting up there talking about how they can figure out the bra size of every girl that's in their class, and they literally one girl in their class that literally can tell them their dick size. Yeah, that was kind of yeah, special. Um but like I said, it has a good blend of those feel like it has the perverted side of where you have like all these guys that's trying to get laid and try to do all this thing, and you have the main character guy who's literally trying to like not screw up with his girlfriend, but he had a moment that I think a lot of guys have, and you know, a lot of guys feel like, I think at some point when you see somebody else that this girl dated and you wonder if you measure up to that other guy, and basically jealousy. There, every guy I think has some place where they have a form of jealousy, and that's what he had. He was jealous of um, a guy that she knew they were just friends, but he thought that there was something more there, and because of that, he um, got into his feelings. I feel like just about any guy has that moment. Um, and it depends on what you do with it when you have that moment, in my opinion. I'm not going to say that every guy does the right thing in that moment, but yeah, having that moment was always interesting. And the, I guess you want to say, the growth of the main character, because he went from just like, oh, panties, 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 to, you know, he realized in some ways, I guess, that she's more than just a hot body, you know, and also that he really just wanted her. Like, there were times when these other girls who had an interest in him literally tried to like jump his bones, and in the end he like stayed true, because he said the only person that he wanted to take his virginity was her, was his girlfriend, that's a gal. And I'd like, I was hoping every time that he didn't uh break down and mess things up, because I'm like, I was rooting for him for the most part. um and yeah, I this is like, I feel like now I'm trying to fill time for honest opinion, that anime opinion, for a show that I've already said what I feel. I like the blend of perversity and uh innocence. It's like a nice spice of like sugar and spice of the whole thing. You have your sweetness of the innocence and your spice of like your salt of how perverted some of these guys are, and I'm like, they are such morons. And so yeah, I like that. I liked uh how the different girls are that he runs into. Um and I like I like that they didn't make him like the, all of a sudden when he gets into a relationship, he knows how to defend her. I kind of like the idea that he wasn't just like, yeah, I'm going to fight for her, and his fighting skills didn't just all of a sudden go to 100% strong. He was still this, and I'm not trying to be mean, he was still this kind of puny kid that was trying to but he still tried to be a hero, even though all the time he didn't measure up to the other. He wasn't the strongest guy, he wasn't the most powerful person. He was just him, just an ordinary guy who um had a beautiful girlfriend, you know. um it, Tell me what y'all think about it if y'all have seen it. All right, check it out. Either way, I feel like you'll enjoy it, and I'll check you later.